You think family law drama only happens in the movies? It doesn't. Have you guys heard of this drama with Clayton Echard, the previous bachelor, and Laura Owens, this girl that he hooked up with once? They're blowing my mind because the story is insane. You need to listen to the podcast. It's called Love Trapped. It is so good. So basically the story behind it is Clayton gets a DM in his LinkedIn after he was on The Bachelor. Apparently he didn't find love on The Bachelor. And so he becomes a realtor. So he gets a DM on his LinkedIn from Laura Owens. And Laura seems interested in purchasing real estate from him. So he's excited because he's new in real estate. So they meet up to have a discussion about what she's looking for in her real estate. They go see some properties. Things get flirty. They end up hooking up. So after they hook up, Clayton says you know what? I probably crossed a line here. I don't think I should have a romantic relationship with you. Let's just keep things professional. She loses her marbles. She's texting him all the time. He's trying to keep things cordial because he thinks maybe he's still going to get a real estate deal with her. But 10 days later or 11 days later, he gets a message from her and says, "I'm pregnant." And he's like, "How is it possible that this woman is pregnant? She only gave me a BJ. There was no penetrative." Well, now we're talking about the BJ babies. She, for 5 or 6 months, is constantly harassing Clayton and telling him, "I'm pregnant," sending him pictures of pregnancy tests, sending him pictures of her bloated belly, sending him all of this stuff saying how she is pregnant with his baby. And he's like, "There's no way we didn't have penetrative sex." So he has her come over to his house and take a pregnancy test in front of him. She takes the pregnancy test. She won't pee in front of him. So he stands outside the door, whatever. And the pregnancy test comes back positive. So now he's like, shit, how did this happen? How did this person get pregnant when we didn't even have penetrative sex? She goes so far to file a paternity action. This case is happening in Arizona. And in Arizona, apparently you can file a paternity action before the baby is born. In Florida, Clayton would have been safe because in Florida, you can't file a paternity action until the baby is actually born. So in Arizona, that's not true. The paternity case gets filed. They're litigating in court. She actually goes to hearings and says to judges that she's pregnant by Clayton and that the baby was conceived through a BJ. So after a while, after all of this litigation happens, after Clayton spends a ton of money on attorney's fees, it turns out she is lying. She was never even pregnant. My mind is blown. So the story continues. She ends up getting hit with attorney's fees for literally fraud on the court. She tries to file bankruptcy. It gets dismissed. It is a mess. But you think that the movies are juicy? You need to follow up on this case. It's Clayton Echard and Laura Owens. Have fun.